places we love and all the songs we heard them.
I still need to do the second one, Andrew. The Dixon Hill answer. Hey, I like the music. What are you talking about? All right, we will have to turn it down just a smidge. So all y'all's nostalgia gaming memories are going to have to take a back seat as we talk today about, well, everything going on in the game, which is a lot. We've got the Dixon Hill stuff, tracking event store currency, which definitely a lot less than I had been expecting so far. I'm at around, keep in mind that I missed a day. I'm around 200K right now. But yeah, we're looking at that. I'm actually going to be shooting around 400,000 so far. And we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about Dixon Hill, talk about Titan, talk about, I can confirm, I'll just go ahead and tell you because this isn't, there's nothing I can really add to this, but let me go ahead and tell you, yes, incursions are returning. I have information on that I can't share yet, but the fact that I'm being included on information on incursions does show that it's happening again for those curious. Nick, 35 months. Holy crap. Thank you for your support. So yeah, Matt, I have missed some stuff for, like I have missed some currency days because, well, I've been doing other stuff, to be honest with you. I've been focusing on the card game, but it's not looking to push 600K like I thought so far, but maybe I'm wrong. I've been trying to track it and do the math. Hey, Herc, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Rep's a busy man. Well, look, I think everybody that's in this chat, everybody here is pretty damn important. So I think you're all pretty busy. But we're still tracking. We'll see how it ends up going. I do think everybody's going to have enough to get, like, for example, the Q officer, which is good. And I am still waiting to hear back on them of when we are getting everything done in the event store. And it's tricky because that Galactic Armada pack is, damn, it's a good value. It really is. I'm glad that I can hit view to see it. It is a good value. It is. I haven't made a decision. But yeah, we're going to go over that. When I get confirmation that they have done or done with adding things to the event store, I'll make a video specifically for that. Many of you know that we do that every time we have an event store. I've been holding off on that this month because they specifically asked for us to give feedback on what players wanted, which indicates that they're going to add things. So I didn't want to make a video that then contradicted itself, 2 seconds later, which has happened before. And it sucks because then you're like, Rev, you're a crappy content creator. I don't want to be crappy. I want to be good. Treasury is super weak this month. Treasury is exactly what the Treasury always is. It's $150 of a $100 pack. It just might not be a pack that you particularly like. That's all that comes down to. That's all that comes down to. Looks like this is the station pack, maybe? Nope, this is a ship pack. This is the battleship ship pack that this is based off of. This is the battleship ship pack. So they based this off the $100 battleship ship pack. What I wish I could just take a screenshot of this and show it. But if you are, a battleship player or needing the ore for upgrades, this is exactly what that is. This is the battleship ship pack. So if I back out real quick, what I will go into is scroll. Hey, Tal. Scroll, and go to our. Which pack is it, man? They're all over the place now. Which one is it in? Is it in this one? No. Dang it. Not the faction ship pack, is it? These are just ships. I like the new buckets, but I need to learn where everything is in the new buckets. Where is it at? Station and building packs? It's going to just be station, right? I need the battleship ship pack, damn it. Where is it? Where's the battleship ship pack? Oh, it is under faction ships. Did I just miss it? Did I miss it? Did I completely do a dumb rev? Oh, okay, it is here. All right, so yeah, it's this. This is what they did, and then they just basically smacked 150 on it. Like, it's just 150% of this. So you're getting this plus more. So what I'm going to actually do, I'm going to take a screenshot of this so we can do a side-by-side comparison of, and again, this is not me telling you to buy a pack. This is simply me explaining to you the value of a pack. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take a screenshot of this and then we'll put it on the screen. And we're going to do a direct side-by-side comparison. This is how the treasury works for those that don't know how it works. Let me just save this real quick. I'm going to put it up here on the screen. The treasury works by taking a pack that they have in the store. Now, I'm not including those of you who have like $5, $20 treasuries, but it's the same basic premise. So, boom, there's the pack on the store. We're going to back out real quick. We'll go back to our treasury. And what we should see is the same stuff, just more. And actually, let me move this to the side. Bam. All right. Here we go. Scrolly. So, for example, let's start with the Latinum. Same thing. Now, keep in mind that I'm also getting three $20 sets of officer shards for 3 different epics, which is Queen, Tendy, who I love, and Hemmer. So Latinum, well, I've got more Latinum. I definitely have more Latinum. Let's see, Tritanium. Come on, scroll with me there, boss. Definitely got more Tritanium. Scroll with me, boss. Uncommons and rares, way more. So this is exactly what they did, and this changes every month. Sometimes they do the Interceptor pack. Sometimes they do a Station pack. Sometimes they do an Explorer pack. This time they're taking the Ultra Battleship pack for the Treasury and multiplying on top of that. So all the extra work you do in this month to grind the hostiles, to open up the Treasury, you're getting a better value based on this pack. Yeah, and this is anyway, again, not to say to buy it, but whether a treasury is worth it to you is very relative. Like for me, as a level 46 player, that actually is a super good treasury. It truly is. As a level 46 player, that's a super good treasury. That is something that I could definitely use to upgrade my buildings and to upgrade a couple different ships like my Katinga. But again, that might not be what's best for you as a player where you're at. So all those things are things that you have to, wrong ship. All those things are things you have to take into consideration when you're building your budget for the month. So you get the officers, then you're going to get beyond that. Sorry, as you can see, I'm putting things together for this armada I want to go participate in. And away it's going to take too long. Dang it. Well, hopefully I get there in time. But anyway, there's the basic logic of treasury packs. And now, hopefully with that understanding, you can then make a more informed decision on whether or not you're going to buy. Did I miss a discussion about the new stuff getting added? There's no discussion yet, Mike, because I don't have a date on when. I will ask the overlords real quick. So, hold on. Let me give the janitors an answer real quick. All right. I have pinged the janitors, but again, until they actually do it, I don't know. So Nick says when they announced the re-release of Tau, they said there would be a free-to-play path for them. So was that just a failure to properly communicate, or are they just stringing it out? The free-to-play path for anything in this game is right between far, far away and a galaxy far, far away. So it's either in our galaxy or another galaxy, but it will happen, just not necessarily soon. And welcome to the wonderful world of working with Scope. You are going to get a free to play path, but let me just put it in the most non-politically correct terms as possible. The free to play path sourcing will come out after every feasible dollar has been milked from selling him. That's when I expect the free-to-play version to come out. It will. And I'm not even saying, that is not to say that I don't believe Scopely should make money. Scopely should definitely sell things and make money. But I would assume that when the interest finally slows down on all these people buying Tau, because he does have a couple of very good niche uses, then I expect the path. Freak says, I'm a little confused. Are the packs different for different servers or different ops levels? Because I have one with Trit. Generally, it's the same for everybody in terms of how the treasury is built. Now, what packs, in terms of your pack values, that does vary by both server and ops level. Subvet says Tau is worth it. I'm glad it's worth it for you. Not worth it to me personally. I'm not buying it. But that doesn't mean it's not worth it. It's just I wasn't going to spend $50 on a singular shard. I mean, it just economically doesn't make sense for me. It would actually help my game a lot. But in my head, I can't pay $50 for one shard. I just can't. I'm one shard short. I simply cannot do it. So that means the Meridian still sells, no free-to-play path for it. Technically, it does. That is something that they've admitted to me personally that they do need to add a path in, and I keep bugging them about it. I don't know when that is. But I do keep bringing that up, like, hey, Meridian, free-to-play path, when, blah, here, put it here, put it here, put it here. And they're like, hey, that's a great idea. And then, well, great ideas take a lot of poking and prodding. So, it's just... I hope none of this sounds defeating, by the way, because I don't feel defeated, but this is just part of working with our good overlords over at Scope. Part of working with our good overlords at Scope, and it is available in the event store. Like right now, you can get a Meridian. If you need a Meridian, now's the time to grab it. And again, we'll go over this in my event store video, which will happen as soon as they release the additional ships that they're going to put in there. But the Meridian is in here. And it actually limits you to getting 2 meridians if you want. You can actually get 2 home meridians in the store, and the price isn't ridiculous. So, again, Justin, I got literally nothing to tell you, dude. Same thing I've been telling everybody for the past 4 or 5 days. When they add it, they'll add it. That's all I've got. What's the expectation or design for event store currency? With it tracking lower than expected, what's the rationale? No idea. No clue. That's not something that they... So, again, this isn't me dumping on Scopely, but that's not something they're just going to openly go tell people, right? This is stuff that we have to pry and pull for and find out. They don't just go say, hey, we ask. Like, literally we ask, hey, how much event store currency are we going to get this month? And we get told, well, that's not something we're sharing, or that's, you know, can fluctuate, or I don't have that number, blah, 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 blah. You'll get told several different potential things. It's just not something they willingly tell even content creators with NDAs. It's something that we have to figure out the process of as we're going along. So yeah, we'll figure it out. What's the ion particle for sale? Wait, they've got the ion particle for sale? Oh, I've done that like twice. Holy crap. I'm taking a picture of that. Now, the excitement is not that y'all need to buy it. But here, I'll show you exactly what the ion particle is too. So this is when you come to live streams, so people can bring stuff like this up and I can go, oh, wow, look. So in the game, there are actually 3 researches in the combat tree that need ion particles. These 3 right here: Interceptor Barrage, Explorer Barrage, and Battleship Barrage. Now, you can get 2 ion particles through the game through missions, and they actually are listed how to do it. You click on the particle, it tells you the name of the missions. Go to stfc.space if you want to find it. But the 3rd particle is not available anywhere in the game. So if you wanted the 3rd particle, yes, Ops 42 and then Ops 47. If you wanted the 3rd particle, the only way is when they randomly decide to sell it. Now, is it worth 50 bucks? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you tell me if 20% base damage increase is worth $50. You decide. You decide. The only reason is exactly what Meme just said. At this point in the game, when we literally have primes, prime weapon damage is sitting right here, 200%. When we literally have this existing, the only reason to get this is because your OCD is going insane and you want to complete the set. Now, when this first came out, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it's actually, wow, this actually helps, the set. We notice we can track this. Dude, when I tell you that even with all of the websites, the Spox clubs, the battle log tools we have with Stewie, all these different things that we have, how hard it is to show y'all what 20% does in the game because of min-maxing. There was a time where I could actually go through one set of battle logs, like 1-to-1, and I could show you what 20% damage does. I can't do that anymore. Like I have to go through 50, 100 battle logs to then show you averages. Okay, here's that small improvement. Hey, does it work? Yes, it does improve. I don't want to make it sound like it doesn't work, but literally right next to it, you got prime weapons damage, base weapons damage, base, all ships, 10 times stronger. This is $100. This is 50. So literally, unless your OCD is just like screaming at you and you can't deny it, it's not worth it. Oh, Graduate McCain, it 100% is a victim of power creep over the years. 100%. Now, I've got no problem with it. It is what it is. But the only reason to go after that in terms of if you're a spender, the only reason to allocate that is if it truly bugs the absolute mess out of it. It yelled, buy it. Jason, are you serious? Like, Jason, I'm not mad at you. But Jason, did you literally just buy that? Did you buy it did you literally buy it just for the OCD? Jason, look at me in the eye. Jason. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to shame you, Jason. I understand. All I'm going to ask Jason is, there's my donate link. Since you're in the mood, Jason, just because you're in the mood, there's my PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Just because you're in the mood. You're in the mood, and I get it. Sometimes you just feel like swiping a credit card. Sometimes you do. See how my monthly bills, make that OCD trigger. Does that trigger your OCD by chance? Anyway, Jason, congrats, you've got it. Anyway, to explain to all the players, that's what the ion particle is for. And have a fat donation for you on Cinco de Mayo. Ooh, we're getting kind of spicy. I got to wait till May, but we're getting spicy. I like it. So, there you go. That's how it works, everybody. And now you know. I mean, every now and then, a good question comes through. No offense to some of the other questions, but like questions that are like, oh, wow. Didn't even know we were going to talk about today, and I get a little excited. So, and yeah, I do need to do my Dixon Hill. You budget for the stuff? That's good. That's what I do, Jason. My budget is a little bit smaller than some people's, but I budget for this game as well. Now, I will admit a lot of my budget is currently going to my card game I'm working on, but still, makes complete sense. You missed it. What's it for? GNAS, of course. There's always that one person that comes in. Simple put, the $50 ion particle is for a 20% base research to the ship of your choice. You get 2 of the particles for free in the game, one at level 42, one at level 47, both through missions. There's a third one that is unobtainable except by purchasing. And it is a 20% boost to a ship of your choice. So, I need to do Dixon Hill. Oh, man, I missed it. I missed it. Dang it. I missed it. Am I close enough for this one? I just lost one. Proper budgeting is a particular ginger that we all know and love about Scopely. Hey, budgeting is good for every part of your life. Everybody here should be budgeting. Budget, budget, budget. Everybody should be budgeting. There's going to be a Rev Prime, which should turn your ship's ginger. Nice. There is a Rev Deuce Prime t-shirt. Dixon Hill, real quick. What was yesterday's answer for Dixon Hill for everybody that doesn't know? Let's go over Dixon Hill real quick. Una was yesterday's. Just to make sure everybody has the answers. I was going to make a video, but then they spread it out over 4 days. So, 2. As you sit down at Dixon Hill, drink, blah, 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 pick up the phone. My enemy's hiding in a system named after an Enterprise officer. This officer was tasked with finding strange but new worlds. That's a pretty good hit. Una. To defeat hostiles in Una. Today is later. Well, so let me go do that. So your answers, if you're looking so far, Frifa, Una, and later. Frifa, Una, and later are the first 3. I did not do mine yesterday, so I'm going to go do that now. If I defeat 50 hostiles, it later is today's. Thanks, everybody. Also, we'll ask that y'all excuse. I am a smidge stopped up. It's been, yay, pollen. Woo. So, apologize for that. Sean says they should have put the ion particle in the event store to soak up some currency. Sean, please don't give them ideas. Please don't. I've not completed Private Investigator Case 1, and I've completed 2 and 3. So, Roy, are you saying that it won't let you complete Case 1? Because you need to go to Frifa to do it. Is that what you're saying? Is there any downside to moving from 42 to 43 for camping? Nothing big off the top of my head, honestly. Camping is... It's not as much about the level specific as it is completing certain objectives before you move up. So, I mean, not really. There's nothing really at 43. Like, there's nothing big and grand. I will say that if you are a spender, one of the things to note about going up at each level in the 40s, if you're a spender. So, if you're somebody like Jason, and again, Jason, not calling you out, you just spent earlier, so we're using you as an example. In the 40s, packs increase every single level. In the 20s and 30s, they increase every 2 levels. So, like, one argument for, your leveling process in the 40s, and come on, they did this intentionally, was, or is, the fact that the packs get better. So, like, at 46, My pack is better than at 45. And at 47, that pack is going to be better than at 46. So just something to keep in mind as you go through it. The refinery does, as Subvet mentioned, technically get better, but that's such a minuscule little jump that I'm like, nah, I don't really care. But yes, there are better refines at 43. Refinery, even with the refinery improvements, I still see the refinery as like a meh thing. It does get better though. So a couple of reasons there. You do get rares in your refinery starting at 43, but the return on that investment, like the ROI as you're going through that, it's low. I mean, it's not a big amount. I mean, I got 27, so I guess I shouldn't gripe about stuff, but or 18 there, and let's see how many we get with this, 27. I mean, so yes, you can start getting that in there, and it does, everything helps, every little bit adds up, but I would say that if you're at 42, complete things, your efficiency researches, get your ship unlocked, do all the things. The main thing I really want to advise people against is don't level up for the sake of leveling. In this game, it always leads to problems. You're going to run into paywalls. You're going to run into things you don't enjoy. So just be mindful of that and then make your decision based on that. Be mindful of that and make your decision based on that. Personally, I am hesitant to level up a lot of times unless I have a specific goal I'm trying to obtain, because I don't want to get caught in the trap of, it's only one more level, and you're eventually going to run into those walls. And what strength should you have if you move up to 40 plus? I'm not a big believer in strength because by itself it doesn't say anything. Like, for example, maybe you bought an extra dock, so you're automatically going to have a ship out that helps you look stronger than you actually are. But generally speaking, like at 39 in today's game, 19, 20 million probably means that you've done the research you need to do. Your ships are the size they need to be. But it's more about, do you have your ships? Like, do you have a tier 7 Enterprise minimum or Augur / D4? Do you have your Define unlocked? Isn't it tier 3? Where are you at with your Talios? Have you unlocked the ISS Jelly? All these things are far more important on whether to move up to 40 plus than your power. So your plan is to be the biggest level 49 fish ever. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Be the biggest level 49 fish ever. Because when I get to 49, I'm not planning on going 50 for a while. But I'm probably not going to be 49 till towards the end of the year. My personal plan, if y'all are curious, Rev's personal plan. Oh, I got to tell DJ something. All right. My personal plan is I'm not moving up until 6-star launches. I will go into 5-star when 6-star launches. Any info trickling out about G6? So nothing that I can particularly share, except that I know it's coming and I have a rough idea of when it's coming. But of course, I can't tell you such things. I can simply tell you that Rev, as a player, is not going to 5-star until 6-star comes out. You account reviews? Yeah, Brandon, I do. You're more than, all you do is hit me up individually. I'm more than happy to do it. Definitely. It'll be more unbalanced than G5. Now, I will say this. What I know about G6 is about it coming out, existing, etc. What I don't know about G6 is I don't know the balancing levels. I don't know what scrapping looks like. I don't know what the ships look like in terms of, launch size and what they are out of dock. I don't have any information about the mechanics of G6. I just have a timetable on G6. And that is part of how I'm playing out my own game when it comes to leveling and doing those things. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not going to say anything past that, obviously, because I don't want to break my NDA over something so stupid. If I'm going to break my NDA, it better be a damn important thing to break my NDA. Like, holy crap, the players need to know this, and then I'll break my NDA. But that's not really worth breaking it. So I would like to see the Scimitar. I also would like to see the Scimitar. Truly. Scimitar is a bad mamma jamma. All right, screw it. Let me just... Hostiles. Let's see if I can spot an Armada. Let's go over here, see if I can find an Armada system launch. Didn't you break your NDA before? I have. And I broke my NDA for a very important reason. I broke my NDA and I got in serious trouble because I called out Scopely For what I believe is wrong, and I'm wording this in an acceptable way, overlords, for what I believe is wrong in that servers have different values to their packs versus other servers. So me at level 46, my pack has got a crap ton more in it than if your server is only, say, a year old. So you're on server 51 and you're level 46. My pack has a hell of a lot more in it than yours does. Newer servers have less in their pack, but they do match everybody else on that server. So yeah, I mean, Rev's definitely gotten in trouble before. Rev's the Maverick. Rev pushes the envelope. Now, there are going to be those who argue that as long as what you're buying is equal to that in your own range, like your server is your server, that's fine. I think Incursions makes it to where that's a potential what if you fight a server that has better packs than you do? But anyway, that got me in trouble. I broke my NDA for that, but that's just me being open. So, why are they still cramming the whole galaxy into one system with 6 spawn points? Victor, I always get kind of stumped. Like, I'm not sure how you want me to answer that. I'm not sure how you want me to answer that. What do you want me to say? Like, I understand that as players, y'all need to vent sometimes. So please feel free at all times to vent. If you need to vent, vent. I just don't know how to respond to some questions because, I mean, I got no answer. It wasn't Rev's fault that Scopely couldn't get the zombie apocalypse working. You know, I mean, population control is a very important topic, right? We should probably discuss it at some point, but I don't know if this is the time or the place. All right, I need more hostiles. Have we finished Dixon Hill today? Let's go take a look. It's also Cerritos Wednesday. All right, we got one more before we finish Dixon Hill. And then we'll have Dixon Hill Part 3. Which is, this is the meta. I will say that the avatar is pretty dope. This is venting. Why the heck do you gotta look better than me? It isn't fair. I don't look better than you, but I appreciate you trying to boost my self-esteem. But I don't look better than you. The only thing I have going for me right now is my beard is a little luscious. My beard is surprisingly luscious right now. And this is just true. My real debate is, do I keep the beard going? What was question 3 in Dixon Hill? So we'll show it. The answer is the system later. So you need to go grind in the system later. But the question for Dixon Hill is, again, I apologize for the sniffles, everybody. Number 3 is, as you get ready to leave for the day, putting on your hat and jacket, a letter gets slipped under the door of Dixon Hill's office. To Dixon Hill, a problem for you to solve. My enemies are hiding in a system that is a comparative of late and at some time after a given time, home to Hub, Bevid, and Hexe. Find the correct system using the clues above. Destroy 15 hostiles within the system to complete. So the clues lead you to the system called Later. The system Later. And that's where we just did our grind. I will say one of the benefits of getting sick is that my voice drops a couple of octaves and gets even more. Damn. You look like Pirate Santa. So, like, I can never tell if these are good or insults. Like, ha, you look like Pirate Santa. Or, ooh, you look like Pirate Santa. But, yeah, I need to trim up the neck part a little bit because I don't want to be a neck beard. But it is getting quite floofy. This is pretty close to the longest my beard's ever gotten. And I'm making sure to maintain a shape. You see, I'm trying to maintain a shape and everything as I'm doing my personal grooming on stream. But yeah, this is, there you go. This is the beard. This is the beard. Beard. Yeah, my voice has definitely dropped. I have to be careful. I won't be able to stream as long because I got to save my voice for later. So, at least they don't create a whole other group of officers without a captain's ability. Yikes. Yikes. Okay, let's launch this. Thoughts on my beard in that family photo I sent? Well, Draco, I'm gonna have to go pull it back up because it's been a while. Thoughts on the beard? Honest thoughts? You need more beard. It looks good. You need more beard though. You need more beard. Looks good. But you need more beard. More. Clint, I'll give you the honest reason, and I don't want to leave Star Trek because I want to keep talking Star Trek. But I'll give you the honest reason why I prefer wooden beard combs. Wooden beard combs, because I use oils and, you know, waxes and stuff in my beard to kind of keep it soft and everything. The reason I use wooden beard combs is over time, as you continue to use them, the smell of a wooden beard comb, it's an earthy wooden, like, you have that natural wood smell, especially a good beard comb, but then you have the oils that get infused in all the pores of the wood. And some people might think that's gross, like, ooh, skin cells, ooh, oil, blah, blah, blah. A wooden beard comb not only feels great running through your beard, it smells amazing. It's just one of those, to me, man smells that is like S tier, holy crap, really good. I hate plastic combs. I would much rather use a wooden comb. They're easier to clean, truthfully. And I just love them. But that's probably the biggest reason I love them. So, all right, let's get back to the answering of the questions before people, you know, are like, all right, he's done, let's leave. So back to answering our Star Trek Fleet Command questions. Wolf says, I need to save my voice for screaming during Picard tomorrow. If y'all have not watched season 3 of Picard, I strongly recommend it. And let me just go ahead and tell you, you don't need to have watched the first 2 seasons of Picard. I would encourage you to. Y'all hear my voice slipping. I would encourage you to watch the first 2 of Picard. But season 3 of Picard is an amazing, 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 amazing season. And to the point, it is yet to disappoint. It has yet to disappoint, y'all. And they're going to put the 2-part or the finale in IMAX, which I don't have in my town. But I would go see it in IMAX if it was available for me. Again, apologies, everybody. When's the new stuff coming in the event store again, rolling? We don't know. Whenever it happens, it happens. I've asked the janitors. They're supposedly going to answer me later today, but when it happens, it happens. Apologize if I missed this answer earlier. Does Tau work against players, and does Picard Pike modify it? Tau can be used against players, yes. You have to defeat the player for it to sustain. If you don't defeat the player, then they get everything back. And as far as Pike and Picard, I actually don't remember if he works with Pike and Picard. I'd have to retest it. Meeting up with the Star Trek group to watch the last episode. That is really nerdy and really cool. So, all right. Anyway, we Tau, yay or nay, in my opinion. If you're talking about buying Tau, which I don't know if he's getting out of the event store, we have requested. I've explained in several videos the value of Tau. You need to decide whether. I'm not telling you to buy Tau. I'm just not going to do it. If you want to buy it, I've explained how he's valuable and what he can be used for. But I try not to tell people how to spend money. It's just not my place. I don't like doing that. I like explain to you how something works, and then let you decide if you're going to spend money. Great for Apex grinding, can be used for base defense, etc. But you got to decide if you're willing to spend the $50. And I'll also say this: if you're waiting on the event stores, if they end up adding to the event store after they've sold them for $50, some people are definitely going to feel pretty salty about that. Now, I can understand why they would feel salty about that. But yeah. Is he good? Yes. He has very, very specific and niche, but good uses in the game. He really does. Whether that is valuable enough for you to go after it is your decision as a player. And there you go. Sub, if you want to tell people to buy it, fine. I just don't want to spend somebody's money, right? Because at the end of the day, if I do it and then somebody spends $50 on a single officer and they go, well, this wasn't really worth it, I feel bad. So... But yeah, I mean, I would love to have Tau personally. Less grind. A lot less grind, actually. My Apex would take like 3 seconds. But I'm not going to go out and personally buy it. Does Tau have value for hitting 52 plus hostiles? No. I would not use Tau for my everyday hitting 52 plus hostiles. I would not. That doesn't have any value for me. I would not do that. I think they'll not add Tau to this event precisely because he's in for sale. Sub, I'll be honest, man. I wouldn't be shocked if they added Tau to the event store after they've sold Tau for 24 to 48 hours. To me, that would be the more scopely move. They are going to sell him first and then give a free-to-play option right behind. To me, that would be a very scopely thing to do. And again, scopely, for those listening, I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm just trying to call out your patterns. That's something that I would expect. Does he work against Borg probes? He does, Vic, but there's no real advantage to using him against Borg probes. Apex is a very unique instance where he is amazing. Very unique instance. So based on the current event store, besides Hugh, what's your next opinion? Again, Ginaz, I'll repeat this for the 4 billionth time because I know you've heard it. I will make an event store video after they've added all the stuff. And I'm not going to make recommendations until then, because I don't know what all is going to be there. When they add it, then I will drop my recommendations. But I don't want to do that before then. Gene, as you know, I've said it. Come on. Graduated. I mean, the entire point of them asking me and DJ what players wanted was so that they could get more things added. Now, what they end up adding, I don't know. I can't speak to that. But, I mean, we were asked specifically for that reason, so you've got to assume that turns into something. Assume it turns into something. Love Goat, thank you so much. As the only reason it's good because they're using DS9 content. The first 2 seasons sucked. I don't agree, because you're talking about Picard. I don't agree that the first 2 seasons sucked. I don't think they were amazing, but they weren't like Voyager bad or Enterprise season 3 bad. You know, but again, opinions are like buttholes. We're all allowed to have them. So we're all allowed to have them. I don't think that the first 2 seasons of Picard were that bad. I just don't think it was amazing. This just happens to be Picard season 3 is amazing. But I don't think that the others were just like awful, like unwatchable. Got new Riker. How should I use him? It's actually an interesting question because it depends on who all you have officer-wise. Now, I don't actually use Riker anymore. He's gotten taken away for so many other Armada officers in the game. The only place that I would probably use him would be regular Armadas if I had to have like a second or a third Armada boat. No, don't get me wrong, he's not bad, but I really just don't have a need for him anymore. The DS9 crew mixed with the Borg have become your main run for Armada. You know, the best Armada crew in the game right now, if you're talking high level play, is Cisco, Miles, 6 of 11. That is the default best Armada crew in the game today. 5-6 Con, still very, very good. If you needed to run 2 at a time, you'd run Cisco, Miles, 6, and then 5 Queen Con versus like a Borg solo. There are other good crews out there. Riker is a good officer, but Riker has become mostly, for me, Riker's become an away team officer. So Daniel, I still use Lorca, but I use Lorca on another boat. So I'll use Lorca for... Sorry, I'm trying to just set up all my grinds here. I will use Lorca for being the support boat. For like my third one or my second ship. Depends on what cruise I have. But yeah, I mean, I want to bring Hull Breach. But if we're just talking about pure, what's the best crew? Well, that's the answer. Hey, Dave, I just scrapped my Rialto a couple years ago when the scrapper first came out. I tried to ask Scope to send me 10 BPs. Do you think they will? They will, Dave. So I do have a case of somebody doing that and they accidentally only sent 1. But yes, they will send you the BPs you're missing if you've scrapped the Rialto in the past and you need to get it back. So, Picard Bev Lorca. Little overkill on the Lorca there, sub, but, you know, solid run. Solid run. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I am going to go blow my nose because it's just getting so congested. I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom and blow all this out. I'm so sorry. I usually don't do this on YouTube. We do this on Twitch. We'll take a quick break. YouTube, we don't. I'm so sorry. While I'm gone, just invite some more people to ask more questions, and I'll get it all in here. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, everybody. I feel like I blew out my ears. All right. I'm glad Chair was giving great advice. Appreciate you, Chair. Appreciate you. Chair's always there for us. Support us when we're down. Thank you, Chair. If only Chair was in the Discord. Ramstein, no, we don't, buddy. No, we don't. There's just some questions I'm going to have to answer ad nauseum. Over and over. It's fine, though. Does anyone in here have an opinion on the assimilated Stella? I, for one, think that's very valuable. In terms of, will I recommend it? Well, we'll see if we recommend it based on what ends up getting added to the event store. But yeah, I think it's valuable. I don't think I can kill this. I need the pylon for this, don't I? Chair said to Max Wesley, well, then you better listen to Chair. If Chair said it, it's got to be right. If Chair said it, it's got to be right. So. If Chair said it, it's got to be right. Oh, let's see. Oh, I actually did manage to do it. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. This means I can do my freebooters. What's the Apex crew with Tau? Giorgio, Tau, and then you can run Pike in the middle, or five Giorgio, Tau, or Pike, Giorgio, Tau for going against Apex. Chair's all-knowing? Yes. Is it still valuable to have all your Stella research, Max? Yes, Roland, it is. Stella is still very important to go through the research tree, even to this day. Even to today, it is. Stella something would still stress. The efficiencies in the Stella tree and just Outlaw in general, as annoying as it is, tons of value in there. So definitely good. And then, you know, when we've got, or once you've completed that, you've now got the, you know, that Borg skin is super nice. So value's there depending on what you're looking for. Your cell research is 83 at Ops 39. That's doing okay, Scottish. Mine's at 86, and I'm higher than you. So proud of you. Good job. You're doing better than Rev. You should be proud of yourself. We like it when you do better than Rev. We like it when you do better than Rev. Do better than Rev in many things. So that's good. You're far ahead of where I was. That's how you make long-lasting content. They should bring back the Arc Runner who came up with the Stella loop. Oh, gosh. No, they shouldn't. I'm going to punch you in the face. I'm not going to do that because I'm not a violent person. But no, they should not. There's a reason that I'm stuck on the Stella stuff because it's so boring. At least new content's engaging, in my opinion. Everybody's allowed to have an opinion. The ion particle noticeable that is in the pay store, it's, Kevin, it's 20%, my friend. I promise you, and I don't say this like in a funny way. You'll literally get the same amount of effect in your game by attending the entirety of this stream as you would spending $50 on that ion particle. Now, you can still do it. But oh, no. You can do whatever you want. It's your money. You're not going to see much value. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Good to see you today. Wish I could do better than Rev in the ginger beard department. I will say it is nice to have a ginger beard. I am a little sad now that I've grown my beard out. I'm 33 years old. And right here-ish, y'all, for the first time in my life, I have found gray. You probably, I don't even know if you can make it out, even in 1080. It's like right here is just a couple of grays. Now, this is blonde, and this is blonde. There's a couple of grays like right in here. And I'll be honest, very depressing. Very depressing. I need to adjust my camera back down because I look ridiculous all zoomed in like this. I look absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I've got like 2 grays in my beard, and it's pretty catastrophic emotionally. Yeah. Later's an actual system. It is, Charles. Later. So if you're looking for the first 3 systems for Dixon Hill, Prefra, Una, Later. Lisa says it's hot. Shoot me a message. Sliding them DMs. Welcome to my issue. I had a very nice ginger beard till a couple years ago. Well, I'm hoping the gingery stays ginger for a while. I hope it's not a cascading effect on the ginger where like right now it's ginger and then tomorrow poof Santa Claus. Man, y'all are really gonna need to check out the mental health channel for me and my Discord if that's the case. But yeah. But it took it till I was 33 years old before I finally got gray in my beard. 33 years old. Children give you gray hair? Well, then I've somehow managed to avoid it for a while. Grays are the trophies of wisdom. So what you're saying is all the Star Trek Fleet Command knowledge I've accrued over the past 4 years is now being displayed in my beard. So I have Star Trek Fleet Command to thank. Thank you, Star Trek Fleet Command, for graying my beard. Are the officers in the Treasury something we should get, or is it more of a skip? Again, Terra Striker. Treasury, as always, is a better value for $100 than any other pack typically is in the store. Is it good value to you? You look at it and tell me. Do you need those officers? And do you need the ore? Which is because it's an ore-focused run. If the answer to any of that is yes, then most certainly grab it. Most certainly grab it. As long as your other beard isn't going gray, you're still young, Tiberius. My friend, there's no other beard. They're just talking about my chest, and that is like ripe with ginger. Hey, Gabe, good to see you, buddy. Like this? Oh my goodness, no gray here. This is just like big old, like I actually need to have an undershirt to hold down my chest hair. It's so thick and luscious. Like not to make too many of you, you know, Spoon and Swan over there, but I'm not short of testosterone. Let's just put it that way. Just like Star Trek Fleet Command is not short of, you know, paywalls and need for ore, I'm not short on chestiness. Got plenty there for you. Knowledge does not equal wisdom. Triax. Accept the jokes and calm down. If I upgrade my ops as a treasury, update too. I think we did confirm that that is the case. Like you'll see new event store stuff and you'll see new in your treasury. Can somebody else confirm? Now your battle pass won't change. So like if you level up right now, what's in your battle pass will stay the same. But because the treasury operates as a pack, if you level up, it should improve its contents. And somebody can confirm that. I'm pretty sure we did look into that a couple months ago. But if somebody can confirm that, I'd appreciate it. Your chest is crystal focused. Your treasury is crystal focused? Really? Because mine is the ore. Mine's the ship pack. It's interesting, Phoenix. Let me look into that. The first time you lose a handful of chest hair to a 6-month-old, you understand why humans lost their fur. Well, I mean, I've got a 10-month-old, so yeah, I understand. So happy I could contribute to this conversation, the stream. Thank you, Tiberius. Will the event store have a limit on the amalgam BP? Any limit is already listed on. It should already be listed in the ship. And where's the amalgam? Right here. 50. You get half of an amalgam. Yours did not change. Just went from 48 to 49 for me. Well, thank Wicked. I didn't tell you to do that. But Wicked says it didn't change. This last month of Picard, this is the last month of Legacy, yes. Which is why we have an event store. Anytime we have a big event store like this, this denotes the end of a particular theme. So we're going to have a new theme starting next month. Any news when we can expect a possible event addition to the event store, if even? Nope. I'll let y'all know when I know. Again, y'all really overestimate what they openly tell me and DJ. Like, y'all really overestimate how much we get told. We have to, we really do have to fight and claw for every bit of info we get. Like, there's not like just a resource pool to go see things. Gabe, you like the mugs? We do have new mugs in the merch store. I saw you plug the merch store before, like you dropped the link. We do have, for those who want to support the channel, here, let me just go ahead and plug myself. We spent all this time plugging the game. Why not plug ourselves real quick? For those who want to support the channel but actually get something for supporting it, we do have a merch store. And our latest series is our Booty Hunter series, which is, one, hilarious. And if you don't think it's funny, well, then you need to ungrow up, like be a child again and have some fun. Focused around me and OPC hunting, just having a good time. We also have our Star Trek Fleet Command inspired merch, everything from hoodies to hats to mugs, ladies t-shirts, crop tops, stickers, beanies, got a little bit of everything. If you are a fan of, just anything for the positive energy, mental health, we've got the Be Authentically You, we've got the You're an Awesome Possum merch. So all this, and we've all got it priced, in my opinion, pretty reasonably. So if you want to check it out and support the channel, do that exclamation point merch and check out some of the merch. That way you can actually rock some of the cool stuff and as well be rock. Be the rock. Wait to the Twitch stream? Okay, Gabe, I will. By the way, Gabe, are you into Diablo? Is anybody here into Diablo? Today's Dixon system doing K is called Later. Later. If anybody's into Diablo, we're playing Diablo, and I am also reaching out to the D4 community manager. So Diablo 4 community manager, your boy is going to be streaming Diablo 4. So just letting y'all know. Just letting y'all know. It's not just Star Trek. Wife says you're only allowed one game at a time. You know what I have to say about that? Here's your rebuttal. If you're only allowed one game at a time, then you're allowed more than one wife at a time. Them's the rules. You can either have multiple games or multiple wives, and you ask her what she prefers. You go tell her that. And I know your wife, so you go tell her that. That's what Rev says. That's what that is life rules. You either give men multiple games to play with, or you give them multiple wives. You decide. It's up to you. Go tell her that. Go tell her that. See what she says. those that don't know, me and Gabe have known each other for a while, and oh, I've actually got Una now, and I've actually gotten to meet his lovely wife. So you really can't be so silly to want multiple wives. Oh, dude, yes, yes. You know why I like the idea of multiple wives? Multiple incomes. Imagine having 3 incomes in the house. Imagine having 4. Everybody's like, oh, he just wants sex. No, I just want more income in the house. Like, living in America is expensive. I just want more income. I can't wait till my kids to hit, you know, like 15 so they can get a job. Anyway. Oh, man. Watch out for the frying pan, maybe. Oh, man. I appreciate y'all. How can you afford more than one wife at a time? Mine's more expensive than STFC. Oh, man. Y'all are going to get in trouble if your wives ever see some of the things y'all say in my chat. When the Ferengi launch new arcs, they know they're going to have blips. Why don't they start with challenges you can buy your way out of, like alliance challenges? So, Kathleen, expand on that a little bit. Like, what's your idea there? So, worst thing about multiple wives, having multiple mother-in-laws? I guess that depends on your relationship with your mother-in-law. I don't really have a bad relationship with my mother-in-law. I don't really have much of a relationship at all, but it's not a bad one. Like, if she ever needed something, I'd go help her out. But we don't, like, talk. So. Rev divorce counseling? I mean, my father, well, stepfather, is a family law attorney. So if you're in Louisiana and any of my advice leads to you needing a divorce, Gabe, I've got you covered. I can give you the family discount. So, you buy multiple packs, does that count? I won't tell your wife. Hey, Gabe, negotiation tool. Say, hey, I'll limit my Star Trek Fleet Command spending if you let me pay Diablo 4 with Rev. Bam. If you marry your wife's sister, then you still have the same mother-in-law. Jack, this stream is really starting to take a hard left turn. Do we have any Star Trek Fleet Command questions? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Y'all are getting a little wild. Y'all need to calm down. Doubt it'll bear fruit? Noted. Y'all are getting very Twitch stream. This is the type of stuff that happens on Twitch. We get into these like life lesson conversations. You ask Eco for more currency for the event store? That wouldn't be who to ask. The actual person to ask there would be the Arc Runner, and we can bring that up to the Arc Runner, yes. That would be the Arc Runner. If y'all haven't joined the Discord, by the way, we did make the Discord a little bit easier for you to self-assign roles so that if y'all are trying to make sure you see the right channels, we have adjusted that a little bit. So join the Discord if you haven't already. Get access to all the fun stuff we got going on. Including there's Diablo channels now because I will be doing Diablo content. Just missing a chicken dance. That's later tonight. I would like to upgrade the loyalty chest. So what would you like in the loyalty chest to get updated? Because they have updated the loyalty chest before, but I'm not opposed to anything getting improved on. What would you like the loyalty chest to update? The most recent update to the loyalty chest was the Broken to Ceiling Rod edition. So that was the most recent one. Broken to Ceiling Rod edition. Afternoon, I received both decks of your card game in the mail yesterday. Haven't played it yet, but look forward to this weekend. Bose, I can't wait for the feedback. Make sure you throw me that feedback in our Discord. For those who are interested in the card game, I do have my own card game. Yes, it's a real deal. Yeah, it's a legitimate card game. If y'all would like to check out the card game, I still am working on it. It's kind of like in an open alpha, beta, whatever right now. But join that Discord I just posted if you want to check out the card game. All made by me. I'll say this event store has been amazing for me. It helps you get 3 new ships. Awesome, Victor. Awesome. I can't wait to be able to actually make my video giving advice on what I think people should actually get in the event store. I'm waiting patiently. I feel like I'm waiting too much for them to add what they're going to add to the event store. And I've been told that they're going to add more things to the event store. That's what I was told. So I'm waiting. And hopefully that information comes in pretty soon because I'm getting sick of waiting. But hopefully we'll be able to give our recommends relatively soon. Let's just use peak guard. And we'll stack this down there for now. Because this is one of our Armada slots I use. Put you out there. Hopefully they add more than just more flash sale items. Hopefully. what do you want them to add to the event store? David, we actually went and did a full like list of things. So we're just kind of waiting on them to get back. Like Tau was one of them. We went over certain ship skins that we're looking for. Several things that we asked that they add to the game. Several things. This person, are those? Oh, it's the Cerritos. Oh, we've only got 4 here. Well, more loot for me. I really need to change the weapon firing on my pylon. I'm using the stock pylon animation. I need to do a new one. I don't want to really launch an epic. Oh, well, somebody just launched it. So guess we'll go do that. At also 9, I'm debating if Hugh is worth it in the event store or sourcing him through the Borg Armada chest later. I mean, you can source through the Borg Armada chest, but I will go ahead and warn you that there's a cooldown and you're not guaranteed charge. So it's not like, if you could definitely get, like if you can for sure get Hugh right now, you can for sure get Hugh right now, I would recommend getting Hugh. I really would. I would for sure recommend getting Hugh right now. But that's just me. Again, I'll do a full video about the event store when they do the update, but he's just so valuable. Like, I'd even argue to an extent, Hugh is more valuable than Chen as a hostile card. The only reason is because Chen stops after level 51. Now, up to level 51, Pipe Moro Chen is and will always be the go-to, the meta, this is the answer. But if we're just speaking like generally, what's now the most important hostile grinding officer in the game? Generally speaking, Hugh is the most important hostile grinding officer in the game. Chen is better long-term. I mean, short-term, like levels 1 through 51 hostiles. We're just on long-term effectiveness. Long-term effectiveness. Hugh is now the most important officer in the game for hostile grinding. So just from that point alone, you're going to want to invest in him. And you're going to want to find ways to, get more of him. And if the event store helps you unlock him and then you can slowly level him up, do that. That's my advice. Strange World Pike is? Hugh is far more valuable than Strange World Pike is, Paulo, in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying that the Strange New World team aren't good. They're literally the meta for so many grinds. But Hugh is that level of importance. And it's all by himself. Like, just by himself, he's amazing. By himself, he's that level of incredible. That's my take. Now, I'm not saying the Strange New World Pike is bad. That's not my argument at all. The Strange New World set is beautifully sourced. I love the sourcing of Strange New Worlds. I wish everything was sourced as well as Strange New Worlds is. If we're just talking just general value, Hugh by himself is absolutely incredible and so important for players in this game. Combine them with Odo, as Sean's saying, you really take it to the next level. Now, sadly, I don't have Odo. That is another thing that we've been pushing for in terms of sourcing, is to get Odo in there. I just got Una, thanks to our weekly card draw here. I've now got Una, which is kind of dope. I'm going to level her up just to improve my number. But, yeah. Why am I told to use Kumak Nero Vimit at 5% synergy instead of placing Nero and lead for better synergy? The short answer for that is just how Kumak's captain's ability works and what he's actually going to translate to improving on your ship. Synergy is not the end-all be-all in this game. It's more the ability. How well does it work and what are they good for? So if you're an early level player, Kumak, Nero, and several different combinations is better just based on Kumak's captain's ability being more useful, especially for lower level players, than Nero's captain's ability. So it kind of like Victor said, and there's many instances where synergy is overrated. You just don't need synergy. Now there are other times it's great, but like here's my main Armada crew, 5-6 con. That's not full synergy. It is running 1 synergy, but it's not full syn. So it just depends on the individual situation that you're running. Sometimes synergy is not that important. Sometimes synergy is ridiculously important, like how Picard Beverly Chen, Pipe Moro Chen works. Synergy is obviously ridiculously important for that. It just depends. It varies. So, do you still think new officers that will be released will still be specific specialty officers, or will they have good officers again? I think they have had good officers the past 3 months. I think this year has put out good officers. The only argument is that they're niche officers. So. Shortest playtime challenges would help. I have several archetypes which feel like you play from behind from the jump. I'm not honestly sure what you're talking about, Kathleen. I need a little bit more understanding of what you're going for there. If you're just talking about in general shortening grinds for certain things, I am working on that. If you're just talking about in general shortening grinds. Ever use Pipe Monroe Gala? You can use Pipe Monroe Gala, it's fine. You can use Picard Beverly Gala, it's fine. I mean, I'm not going to throw his fit about either one. At the top of the arcs, they choose challenges, which are shooters. I'll be honest, Kathleen, no idea. If you want to message me on Discord, shoot me a message on Discord and try to explain what you're talking about. I have truly no freaking idea what you're trying to talk about. No idea. Is Hugh more important than getting the best ship bonus on ships, especially on... Yes. Generally speaking, yes. Generally speaking, yes. Hugh is more important. Why is the syndicate event so out of whack? The milestones are 50% higher. Rewards are on 2/3 the amount. John, I'm not sure what answer you expect to pull out my butt. This has and will continue to be designed around spending. Am I going to spend for it? Nope. It's just a spend event. Just a spend event. So, Steven, the 3 systems so far for the Dixon Hill is Frifra, Una, and Later. Frifra, Una, and Later. So, yeah, the month that they flipped the rewards Forbes, that was an accident, but you can't back out on it. The reason you can't back out on it is people would go buy currency like multiphasics. They'd come to the multiphasics, they'd buy this, and they would use this to get syndicate. And, you know, for example, I'm going to do it right now. And once people have spent money on something, you can't reverse it because then that player has a legitimate argument to go to like a Play Store and say, hey, I want a refund. They changed my stuff. So that was just an oopsie they had to sit with. They just had to accept that oopsie. And it just kind of is what it is. But, you know, they're not going to do that if they can avoid it. Thoughts on Boar Queen and Tindy in the Treasury? I think both are very important. I mean, there's no sourcing for either one of those at that level. So you do have to think, how much does 20 shards really give me? I mean, they're both good and you want to get them long term, but like Tindy sourcing is level 36. Boar Queen sourcing is tied to the expansion cubes, and that's basically 40 plus content. So if you get 20 shards for them, is it really helping you unlock them? You tell me how close you are. So unless they start adding stuff like that into event stores, which go into your event store right now, and you do have the Boar Queen in there, which I wouldn't go after the Boar Queen personally, but that's just me. The only time these officers really become any good, the assimilate officers, 7 of 9 helps them have value, but then again, 7 of 9 is something that you have to purchase. So, meh. Tindy's definitely the best of that look. Boar Queen is just a specialized kind. I like the Boar Queen, don't get me wrong. I like the Boar Queen. She's good, but very specialized in where I would use her. There's nothing wrong with the Boar Queen, though. I mean, if I had her, I would probably use her. It would also let me run a little bit better Armada crews, but Chris says, I'm skipping the Boar Queen. She's a niche officer, and for Wales, I want to get the Treasury, but I want good officers. Well, Tindy's there. I mean, a lot of times when they'll run this, they'll actually run 1 epic and 2 rares. So the fact that there's 3 epics in there is better than what it's been in the past. But again, you decide the value for you. You decide the value for you. And if you're willing to spend it, then do it. If you're not, then don't. So that is completely up to y'all. Have I gotten the Armada pack? I have not. I'm still waiting to see what they're going to add to the game. I'm still waiting to see what they're going to add to the game. If they add more, then I will decide then. If you have Tindy unlocked, I wouldn't be able to tier her up. Well then, again, Chris, you've got all the information you need to make a decision. You just need to make a decision. As I've said before, I'm not going to tell somebody to buy or not to buy. Y'all have to decide that for yourselves. So they should just change the Boar Queen to include all armadas and her value would increase. Meh. Probably not going to do that. Any other Star Trek questions as we're going through just all of our stuff? Any more questions? Yeah, they're not going to go update the Boar Queen. They could, but they're not going to. The event store is complete garbage to you. Okay. I'm sorry you feel that way, Anthony. Like, you're incorrect, but I'm sorry you feel that way. I don't look, even how the event store sits now, it's not garbage. There are several things in the event store that are very good. I don't know why people say it's garbage. I guess if individually you don't like some of the things in there, that's fine, but the event store is not garbage. There's a ton of good stuff in the event store. It's just more of choosing what I go after. So, Boar Queen seems really niche. Borg solos only, and we use Assimilate, which I've never used before. Yeah, I mean, she is. It's been a lot of the officers this year have been very niche. Certainly. Certainly. I mean, I'm not here to sit there and say the Borg Queen's amazing. I would only use her for Borg solos, obviously. Let me pull out my Borg officers. You see, I don't have her yet, but below deck ability is okay. If you've got 7 of 9 and you're using Assimilate, you can notice it. But it's for collector's sake, I'd want to have her. I wouldn't buy her though. Now, if you're talking like just to hit on that comment somebody made before, like if they made it to where she worked on all armadas, you'd probably have more of a reason to spend money on her. So. Forger says, I'd rather have corner case officers rather than good officers that get replaced the next great officer, like Strike Team did to PvP. I have to agree with that. I would rather have a bunch of niche officers than officers who come in and reset everything. To use example, Strike Team. I mean, I would much rather have the Beverleys, the Picard Beverleys, the Rikers, you know, all this new stuff this month than to have the Strike Team come out again. So. Are niche officers an effective power creep? They are an offshoot of power creep, yeah. I mean, the biggest thing this game needs is to take a direction into a fresh look, an actual true expansion into something new. And when they do that, it'll, you know, kind of free up some of this bog down where you're just recycling a lot of things or going super niche into certain things. They need to explore something new. Now, what that is, I can't tell you because I'm not a game designer. They need to come up with something new. But until they do that, so there are no plans, Chris, for the Vidar to be scrapped. There are no plans for the Vidar to be scrapped. No plan. I got a free unlock for the treasury this month and would unlock the Borg Queen. Only reason I'm questioning is I want interceptor parts. Well, I can't tell you when the treasury that comes around is going to be interceptor based because they don't tell us that ahead of time. I would say unlocking an epic officer could be good, but the real question is, would you use her? Would you use that officer? And if you would, then maybe you want to consider, you know, biting the bullet. If you wouldn't, don't worry about it. Wait till next time. Just give us consistent sourcing. They have been better about that, and then also at the same time they've been terrible about it. Like the Mantis is super great for sourcing. Cerrito's super good for sourcing. I mean, it's not super good, but it's good for sourcing. But you still don't have any sourcing for Odo and Bashir and Dax for no reason. Even though you do have sourcing for Cisco. So in some ways they've done it really good. And then other ways in the exact same time frame, they've done it badly. So it's weird. You know why they changed the treasury from all 3 masks to just 2? Chris, again, they base the treasury off a particular pack. Sometimes that is a ship pack. Sometimes it's a station pack. And whatever pack they're basing it off of, they take that pack and they multiply the contents inside, and then add officers and put it into the treasury. So like for me, my treasury is based off the Ultra Battleship pack. So it's going to be more focused on resources the battleship takes. You could have a pack that is more based off of a station pack, which will have maybe all 3 resources in it. So we actually put this up earlier. I'll do it again. So this is my Ultra Battleship Power Pack. And then that is on the opposite side. It's the same thing. Just the treasury's a lot more valuable. Like if I was going to spend $100 because I needed to upgrade my battleship, well, this is obviously not near as valuable as that is over there. But that's what it's based off of. And every month those packs change. So the treasury could be more valuable to you one month than another month. You know, the pylon players out there love months that are obviously more focused on interceptors. The people who do Newtons and Tribunes and base upgrades are more focused on what we just looked at. So it's going to vary month to month, and that's the system they've set up for it. And I think that there's pros and cons to that system. I'm not going to get to that in time, but I do need to explore it anyway, so we'll head that way. Let me just go ahead and say thank you for the credits. Let me go do our Armada pulls. You have a station-based pack? I'm curious when they start doing that, because normally all the packs were the same for every server. Like everybody we all based off a battleship pack. I wonder when they change that up. So I'm going to pull these packs now just because I'm trying to get tactical cores. Yay, tactical cores. But these packs are terrible. The G4 Armada packs are absolutely awful. But I need the tactical cores, so I'm pulling it anyway. And just going to do a double on this one. Only 8 Armadas. Fan-freaking-tastic. Things are so terrible. We'll do a 5,000 pull on that. Yay, another Enterprise. I have a 3rd Enterprise coming, but I needed the Epic Armada directive, so I still pull it. And then we'll come pull this one, simply because of all the little goodies, and mostly going after Armadas, and then go pull this. So, forgot to ask, does tiering up officers increase trait XP crit chances? No. Does not. That is tied directly to the traits that have been upgraded. G3 is better value, Jason. The only reason I pull the G4s is because I need to upgrade my ACC. To upgrade your ACC, you need these cores. You need the rare cores. To get those without spending money means you've got to pull the G4. So, you just... But I agree, and I do tell everybody, the G4 Armada packs suck. They are absolutely awful value-wise, but you've got to do it because you want to upgrade, you want to get better. So, you're stuck, right? You're stuck. Poo. Poo. Oh, man. Good times. I really hate the 4-star packs, though. They're so... I mean, the 4-star... they're just so awful. Can't stand them. Can't stand them at all. But... do what you gotta do. What would you recommend to work towards a Newton in 2 months or a Pylum in 3 to 4 months? Up to you, honestly. You know, as much as I love the Pylum, you know, battleships are the current meta for PvP. The Pylum is what I run, and I will get a Coronar, but that's just because I'm not focusing on Federation stuff right now. Value-wise, either is a good option. If you'd rather get the one first, then get the one first. So you have the Armada building up to 45. You have to pull, or you'll get stuck going in 50. It's correct. You can't go 50 plus without an ACC of 45. Does the treasury change if you level up, or is it locked when you release it? So somebody just leveled up earlier in the stream to look at that, and it did not increase for them. So it would seem as you are stuck with whatever treasure you got. Somebody leveled up during stream and said, no change. No change. But if you pull the 3-star rares, you get more cores by converting them into 4-star epic pulls. I just pulled both. Looking to get the refit from Enterprise. Is a salvage int 200 mitigation worth getting over the TOS Enterprise skin? For some reason, it's half the price the rare TOS Enterprise skin is. Meh. Honestly, the mitigation's not that great because you're assuming most people already have max mitigation, but it looks really cool. I don't know if I'll have the TOS in skin in here because I've already unlocked it. Let's see. I do not. I don't. It's meh, honestly. It looks cool. It looks cool. TOS skin is for PvP only, correct. But if you're talking about just from a mitigation standpoint, the salvage skin, we can look at the salvage skins in this menu. Hey, Pegasus, how you doing? So let's look at TOS Enterprise skin right here. This is going to give you a 70% weapons damage bonus against hostiles, which in today's world is small, but it does notice. This one is mitigation stats for everything. So the benefit of the salvage skin is it works in all situations. Is 200% mitigation going to make a world change? Probably not. But does it at least apply to everything? Yes. So it would make it better for armadas, PvP, etc. Neither of them are going to really change your game in like a massive direction. If you want to go to something that has a little bit more, overreaching, get the salvage. If you want to go something that's specifically for hostile grinding that could help maybe a little bit more, then go for the TOS Enterprise. At the end of the day, most of it's just cosmetic to me. What do you think looks better, and what would you rather look at flying around in? And that has value to me. I think that there is value in what I just said. What looks good to you, what will you enjoy? Do that. But beyond that, personal choice. You're not going to see a huge in-game change up. It's not gonna. Dumb question: is the Exocomp 200% Explorer damage work on damage to Explorers or from an Explorer? So that, Gregory, that Exocomp is for when you are using an Explorer to boost your Explorer's damage. So. Go collect. Ooh, I got the good one. Yay. Love when I pull that one. That's the good one. Really hope that Scopely will solve the clutter which people have accumulated in their inventories. Meh. At this point, I don't care anymore. I mean, yeah, I'd like that, but meh. I only go on my inventory when I'm on stream to show y'all something. What do you think about the new Stella skin? The assimilated one? It's good. I'd say really good. But am I going to get it? Nah. We'll see. We'll see. Ooh. Rare Armada. How long? Too long to get there. Dang it, man. I wish my disco had the range. I need to be running Federation Armadas anyway. Thinking about getting through the event store? That makes sense, Sasha. It's something that is on my target list as well. I need to see how much currency I'm ending up with before I decide what I go for. But that skin is also on my list, even though my Stella stuff is not where it needs to be. Disco could get me closer. How close could my disco get me? Let's see. I don't remember what my disco warp range is. It is 145. It could get me a good bit closer. Right there. Nope. Jump. And ping. There we go. Did you ever talk about the value of the Armada pack? I mean, not really. It's valuable, but I'm not making any buy event store recommendations until they add to the event store. So until they add to the event store, I'm trying to hold off on recommendations. I'm supposedly hearing back on that by the end of the day. Guys, I'm gonna do a couple more plugs here real quick. If y'all are interested in trading card games, I am creating my own. I am going to drop the link in the Discord. If you want to check that out, join the trading card Discord. You can see some of the art. We do have 2 decks currently available. If you want to try them out, I'm also working with Ripper, yes, the Ripper, to build a website so we can play it online for those who won't be in person. Just a passion project that I'm actually getting really excited turning into more. Also, if y'all wouldn't mind, hit the like button on this video if you want to support the channel. Liking and commenting does a lot for a YouTuber. It helps out tremendously. Appreciate that. And last but not least, check out the merch store or join our Star Trek Fleet Command Discord or my general Discord, which we've now updated to try to make it a little bit easier for you to find things and to assign yourself roles and see the channels that you need to see. I appreciate everybody. I need to save my voice for the rest of tonight. So, y'all been amazing. Live long and prosper. Stay safe with the Space Cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Catch you on the next one. I'm outie. Yeah, that's it. Wait, I'm only hearing myself in one ear now. That's really weird. Did I jack up my mic? That's really weird. Hey, okay. I hear myself in one ear, but not both. And maybe it's just my sinuses. Who knows? Bye.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.